Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at the Dinosaur Hauler from the Imaginext Jurassic World line. I think this is the last Jurassic World set that I have to review. It's kind of been in the making for a little bit now, and I've had the toy for a while and I just haven't been able to get to it. I've had so much stuff to review. But I'm very excited for this new movie coming out, a little bit less than a month here, so what a better time to take a look at this. Comes with Blue, the Velociraptor. He's very hard to see, but he is inside there. Now, there is a special gift set version of this that I believe is exclusive to Walmart. And the front of the truck is kind of more of a bluish green than this, like, army green. And it comes with a couple of these smaller, like, little baby dino releases that come in those eggs that have kind of shown up at Walmart's. And I think, have they shown up at Target's as well? I'm not quite sure, but I don't believe there's anything in the gift set that isn't available separately. So if you bought this one already and you missed out on the gift set, I don't think there's anything in there that you can't just pick up in the little eggs. I did review those eggs. If you want to check out that video, go to my Imaginext playlist and you can see the little dinosaur eggs that I reviewed. They're very adorable. They're very cute. Definitely worth checking out. But if you didn't pick up this version and you like that other color green better on the truck, you could always grab that gift set version. But in any case, you can see it is a large truck. Has a cage on the back to keep the dinosaur in, which I think is very neat. Comes with a net launcher as well. You can see that up top there, as well as one figure. Typical open packaging here for Imaginext. Awesome Velociraptor here in the front corner. I love that. Alright, so taking a look at the back here, it says, how do you haul a dinosaur from one place to the next? Very carefully. It also helps to have a dinosaur hauler equipped with a heavy-duty cage and a sturdy net to help contain our ferocious friend. Come on, Jurassic World lovers, let's get the adventures rolling. So you can see it says turn the power pad all the way to eject the cage. Uh-oh, cage flipped open and dino escaped. Press and launch net and trap the dino. And then it says, look out, Blue. So very cool. I think set's going to be a ton of fun. I love the little Velociraptor. He looks amazing. And just the whole truck cage aspect, I think, looks like a lot of fun. Down here, they don't show you other sets available anymore. They just kind of show off these themes: Jurassic World, DC, Power Rangers, Teen Titans Go, and then the Treasure Hunters. So there you go. That is it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of here so we can take a closer look. Here's everything you get in the set. We'll start over here. We'll take a look at the figure you get. Kind of just a generic army soldier. Has the Jurassic Park logo there on his right sleeve. Head can turn from side to side. Normal shoulder articulation. Wrist swivel. 90-degree bend at the waist. So not bad. Not anyone specific or exciting, but a cool little figure nonetheless. Moving on next to Blue. This is Blue, the raptor from the movie. I think they did a great job on this guy. He might be my favorite dinosaur of all the line so far. The arms can move. Rotation right there. Legs can move. Tail can go up and down. I kind of like to have it up like this. And I always get the creepy eyes that follow you around. The head moves up and down like this for his jaws. Now, unfortunately, the top half of mine is a little shaky. You can see it there. It doesn't really stop it or hinder it from anything, but it just makes me nervous because it is a little loose, which is a bit of a bummer. But still opens and closes nicely. The teeth look great. Just overall, I think they did a really nice job with this raptor figure. Really rather well done. So if we zoom out now, we can take a look at the last thing that comes with this, besides the actual hauler itself. You have the net launcher. Has this large ball joint on the bottom, and that can go into a socket up here, and there's also a socket on the cage itself. And I've seen some other sets that also have the similar size socket, so if you have other sets, this may be compatible as well. You have the net here, which is pretty huge. It's got the two missiles, so you load in one into this side here, and then this you load in over here. And then you have these two weights at the bottom. So you move your shoulder out of the way. Get your raptor here. And then fire. Whoops. I went a little overzealous on that one. I'm actually pretty terrible when it comes to trying to fire this so it actually lands on the raptor. And that's not the toy's fault, that's just my fault because I'm terrible at this. We'll try one more time. There we go, that was perfect. So there you go. Second try is the charm. Got the net right over the raptor there. That's pretty cool. So after you catch your raptor with the net, here we'll leave the net over top of him. We're going to move him off to the side so we can take a look at the hauler itself. So you can see it's got 6 wheels, and it's got that same kind of thing that a lot of these have where it's almost like it has shocks. It can kind of move up and down. You can see it moves like this, and it has like shocks in the wheels, which is pretty cool. It can roll rather well from side to side. Taking a look at the front, you can see it's got these like molded in smokestacks, which is kind of cool. This is the power pad up here, which controls the cage. We'll take a look at in a minute. And then you got a Jurassic Park logo here on the front. So you can take your soldier. Now you can actually pretty much just fit him in through the window, and you can sit him in pretty much no problem. But this whole section does actually open up. You can see there's a hinge right here. So if you move that up, you can actually open this up if it helps you put in figures, you know, easier. But like I said, it is pretty easy to just get them in and out of the little window because it's pretty huge. So I like that. You can hold 2 figures obviously here in the front. Here is the first socket where you can go ahead and put in the net. It just pops right in, and then you can see it moves around. So you can move it, fire, move over here, fire. Let me pop this up a little bit. So, and then it's pretty easy to just pop it right back out. So I like that. And the ball joint gives you a ton of range of motion there, so that's pretty cool. Coming back around to this side, we'll show off how the feature works. So when you turn the pad, it extends the ramp, which is pretty cool. And then if you continue, it ejects the cage, which slides down the ramp. So I'm going to bring this back up and leave this in the back here, and we can take a look at the actual cage itself. So you can see the cage does have 4 wheels, and the cage itself rolls pretty easily. And it has this little notch here because this is the section that plugs in and gets launched. So it has that little bit there. Now you can see, like I said, there's a socket on here as well. So you can plug in the net launcher. Tons of range of motion there. Pop that back out. And then over here you can see kind of the cell door of the cage, and you can pop this down, just pulls down like this. There's also a trap door on the top, so if you have a figure, it could fall into the cage while the raptor's still in there. So we will remove the net from our raptor. Since he's caught, we can put him in here and then close it up. And you can see he fits pretty perfectly in there. It's hard to see him when he's in there because it's kind of dark. But I think that kind of adds to the ambiance. I think it looks cool because he's kind of dangerous, and if you can't see it, it kind of lends to the danger. It's pretty neat. So I like that a lot. Like I said, you can kind of drop in with this trapdoor if someone falls in, and then the raptor would get at them. So I think that's pretty cool. I really love what they did here. Like I said, I think the raptor looks amazing, and I think this cage fits perfectly. Plus, it's big enough you could fit other smaller dinos. Any of the dinos from those eggs I talked about would fit in here, no problem. I'm trying to think. There's the littler dinosaurs that came with like Ian Malcolm and probably Muldoon could probably fit in here as well. Unfortunately, I don't have them handy to show you that, but I bet they could fit in there as well. Not like the Triceratops. That stuff's not going to fit in here. It's only so big, but it's a pretty cool little cage. The other thing that's cool is if we put that off to the side and we take a look at the hauler, you do have this space here. So if you open this up, you could have, I think that little ATV, I believe, can fit in there. Again, I don't have it handy. I wish I did. But, you know, you could have other smaller Imaginext vehicles come up and sit in this bed if you wanted to leave the cage somewhere. You can see there's a ladder here. Let's see if I can get a character to grab onto it. So yeah, he can grab onto it. It's not super tight, but he could definitely hold on to it, and like, you know, you could have 2 characters on the side while 2 fit in here and 2 hold on to the ladder. So that's pretty cool. So I like it. I think there's lots of room for playability here. Obviously, you can have the character peg into the stand up here. And I know you can't see this right now. There we go. So that's where he can stand in the pad. Pegs in right there like that. And you'll hear a click, and then bring the ramp back up so he faces forward. And then you can have him at the controls. You can see there's kind of tiny little handles here. You could put this out and have him control the net launcher. So I think that's pretty cool. The only thing that I would ask for on this set, it's pretty perfect, but the only thing that I could think of, if you didn't want to use the net at the moment, if there was somewhere you could tuck it up and it's stored out of the way, like maybe underneath or something. It doesn't really have anything like that. I mean, you could leave it in the launcher, but if you do that, it kind of just hangs over the front of the truck. So, I mean, I guess you could kind of tuck it up under here, maybe. That kind of works. Something like that. It's not terrible. I just wish there was some kind of panel that you could just roll it up and store it somewhere when you weren't using it. It just kind of falls out. But yeah, I still think the net launcher is very cool. That's really my only complaint, and it's such a minor complaint. It's not even really a complaint. It's more like a wish list thing, just a personal wish that you could store the net somewhere. But otherwise, I think this is really fun. I think the Raptor is great. The figure that comes with it is, you know, a little ordinary, but I still think he's perfectly fun. Sometimes you just need kind of no-name soldier characters to drive these trucks around and things like that. Not everyone can be an important character from the movie. But the Raptor is great. The cage is great. I love the ramp and the spring-loaded gimmick to launch the cage. The net launcher I think is cool. I love the fact that you can fit two figures inside. You could even have a couple hang out here on the railing, or the ladder rather. So there's lots of room for playability with this set. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think kids are going to love it. If you want to hold out for that gift set version at Walmart, get a couple extra baby dinos. I think it's totally worth it. But whichever version you decide to go with, I definitely recommend picking up the Dino Hauler. I think it's really, really cool. I love the design. I love all the playability with it. And the Raptor that comes with it is absolutely fantastic. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share the video. Please subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at the Dinosaur Hauler. That's really a mouthful for me to say. Dinosaur Hauler. I don't know why. It's my own hang up. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this look at the Dinosaur Hauler from the Imaginext Jurassic World line. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.